If you're thinking about buying a new construction home, here are 6 things that you might want to consider before you take that next step. I'm Carrie Cross. I'm a local real estate agent here in Northern California. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And if you're looking for homes outside my area, let me know. I have an amazing network of the top realtors all around the world I'd love to connect you with. So let's dive right in. Number 1, we need to determine if new construction is right for you. So we have to look at your time frame. Do you have time to wait for a new construction home to be built? Sometimes they could take 3, 6, 9, even a year or more to get you into the actual home that you're purchasing. It depends on a few different things. So if you have some time to wait, this could be an option for you. Are you getting outbid on resale properties? So if you are somebody that is making offers on resale homes, being somebody that can go into a new construction home and pick your property that maybe doesn't have as many offers on it, it could save you some money and get you into a home. The other thing you want to consider is, can you look beyond the model home? You're not going to move into this home. It's difficult for some people to envision the home that they will have. It will not have most of the upgrades that you're seeing in the model homes. It's very easy to walk through a resale home and be able to know exactly what you're getting because you're seeing the home in its current condition. You know what you're getting. So you have to be able to look beyond that, and a local realtor in your area can help you understand which things will not be in the home that you will be purchasing. The other thing is taxes and HOA. So a lot of the new builds will have an additional HOA. Sometimes there's some special tax assessments that help pay for the parks or the lighting or something like that. So make sure that you do some deep dive research to know exactly what your expenses are going to be on this new home. The other thing you want to consider is, are you okay with a non-landscaped yard? So a lot of times in new construction areas, the front yard may be landscaped through the guidelines of the community, but when you move in, you're going to have dirt in the backyard. And if you have pets or small children that you are wanting them to be able to run around in the yard right away, that may not be something that they can do, or you have to plan for that in advance to make sure that you get those yards done as soon as possible. So let's talk about the 3 types of new build construction. There is a spec home. This is where a builder will buy a piece of land and they will build one specific property in that land, and then they put it for sale on the open market. Then we have tract homes. This is when a builder buys a large area and they do a planned development. This is what most people consider new construction properties. You could go in, you could look at the plot map, and you could kind of pick the lot you want and the house design that you want after looking at 3, 4, or 5 model homes for that subdivision. And then the third time is a full custom. That is when you buy the land, you hire a contractor, and you make plans to build the home that you want. So those are the 3 different types of construction. For the purposes of this video, we are going to talk about the planned community model homes that most people are familiar with. Number 3 is representation. So many people don't understand that when you go to look at model homes, you are now the property of the person that is showing you those homes. It's typically a real estate agent hired by the builder to show the homes, to talk about the community, and to help you through the home buying process. The problem is this representative does work for the builder, and your negotiating power is very limited with that real estate agent. The only way to bring your real estate agent in to help negotiate on your behalf is if they take you to the model homes the very first time you go. You cannot go to a model home without your own representative present, because they have to register you as their client in order to be able to represent you on the purchase of that property. This is a really big step that most people definitely miss. So let's break it down again. If you're going to consider a new construction property, you want to first talk to a real estate agent local in your area that understands new construction and go with them to look at the model homes to see if they're right for you. So if you don't have a realtor in your area that can help you through this process, reach out to me, let me know where you're at, and I'll connect you with the best person in your area. But it's really important that you don't go to the model homes without a realtor representative, because you now are going to be at the mercy of the builder and what they want to allow you to have as a buyer. So number 4, another big question that many people have when they go to the builder is, should you use the builder's lender? This is a great question, and I can go both ways with it. So let's explain what it means to use the builder's lender and to not use the builder's lender, and then I'll let you pick what's best for you. So if you use the builder's lender, you get all kinds of credits and incentives, and that is something, again, that your real estate agent can help negotiate with you. But the builder really wants you to use their lender. They have a lot of control in everything. They can make sure that everything is done the right way. They know that you're qualified correctly. It gives them a lot of assurance that you're actually going to buy the home. Now, can you use your own lender? Of course you can, but you're not going to get a credit for the pricing or a big credit for upgrades or special things like that. You're going to have to negotiate that someplace else. When you use your own lender, it's very, very important that both you and your lender understand the contract that you're signing. A new construction contract is very different from a resale purchase contract, and there's some specific verbiage in it about the lender and the timelines. If the lender that you choose cannot meet the timelines specific in the contract, there are big penalties that you will be required to pay. Oftentimes, it is much easier for a buyer to use the lender provided by the builder because they avoid some of those pitfalls and things that they're unsure about. After all, you as the buyer really have no control over the loan, no matter who's doing it. You don't know if they're going to be able to process it within the time frame that is specified on the contract. So since you're not sure, there's a lot of things that you're paying a penalty for if the lender can't meet the timeline. So I've had clients that have used their own lender, but they had a written agreement between themselves and their lender that if there was any fees that were due from the builder because of timelines not being met, that their lender was going to pay those fees. Even though, but per the contract, the buyer is required, their lender was going to take over those fees. So if you are considering using your own lender, you definitely want to have that conversation with them. But 9 times out of 10, it is a little bit easier, and most of the time, the numbers kind of look the same if you just use the builder's lender. So you want to just check for pricing and make sure that you understand the pros and cons for both of those. Number 5, another question that we get is, should you get inspections on a new construction home? I mean, everything is brand new. And I would say yes. You always want to get a home inspected. You don't know what is unseen and what maybe is not done correctly. I have a great story to tell you about a client of mine that purchased a new construction home, and they did not want to get an inspection on the property. Everything was brand new. We have a warranty, no big deal. All of that is true, but again, it'll save you a lot of headaches if you find things out before you actually move into the property and then have to go through the warranty process. What we found in our home inspection is that the center island of the property that had outlets that you could plug into, none of the outlets worked. And what we found out was before they put the tile floor down, they did not run the wiring to the island. And so in order to fix this problem, they had to break out the tile floors and rerun the wires to the island. Again, this would have been covered after they moved into the property, but what a mess, what a headache living through construction. Instead, we had the builder take care of all of that way before move-in. So Even though everything's brand new, mistakes still happen, and I highly recommend that you at least get a home inspection to make sure all of the major components of the house are installed properly. And number 6 is to make sure you're doing random walkthroughs throughout the building process. A lot of times when you pick out the features of your home, those can kind of get misunderstood between you picking it out and the person actually building the property. We've had the wrong paint colors on the walls, we've had the wrong floor colors, carpets that are not done correctly. So you want to just kind of do a walkthrough every so often throughout the process and make sure, especially when it comes down to the finishing touches, that the things that you picked out are the ones that are being installed in the property and that it's going to have the finished look and feel that you actually wanted. Now, if you're considering a new construction property, we would love to help you through the process. While you're looking in my area or anywhere around the world, let me know and we will connect you with an amazing real estate agent that can help you understand every step of the new home process. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss our next video.